My name is GUSWAI. I help retailers to grow and prosper their business. Today, I will share with you 3 proven strategies to ensure your sales and smooth cash flow. Back to 2021, 1 year after the first pandemic broke out in Indonesia, I gathering hundreds of retailers in a webinar, virtually of course. I asked them, how was your business in Q1 2021? The result is over 74% of them told me that their business was declining, 1 to 2-digit minus growth. So I created a mentorship program, Turn Back and Win Again. The purpose is clear, to help retailers to win back their business. Among hundreds of retailers who joined the webinar, only 10 retailers joined this program. Only 10 among 100 retailers who stated their business declining. In short, after 9 months, at the end of 2021, 9 of 10 of retailers who joined this program declared with a proof that they won back their business. Even some of them grew 2-digit positive from minus in the first Q1 of 2021. I will share with you how. But this is not the only strategy, of course, but this is the most powerful one you will learn. Let's start. I will start with the sales factor. Even though there is no single factor, I always mention this to my clients. There is no single factor in creating your sales. But as retailer, of course, we are all agreed that merchandise or our stock or our inventory is the main factor. And our merchandise will be managed by a merchandising division. I always said that merchandising division is the heart of our organization. If your heart is healthy, your business will be healthy. So make sure we have competent merchandising division. But here are the problem. No matter how great you choose your merchandise, you will definitely face these issues. There are 3 issues I will mention. First of all, the fast-moving item versus the slow-moving items. Do you know exactly which items are belong to the fast-moving items and which item are belong to the slow-moving items group? Because if you do, you know what to do, right? Never out of stock in the fast-moving items. And on the other side, control tightly your slow-moving item so that it never overstock. Because these are our only problem in managing our inventory. We normally overstock in the slow-moving items, but we out of stock, understock in the fast-moving items. Now, the question is it difficult to do this? I mean, is it difficult to split, to know which item are belong to fast-moving item and which item are belong to the slow-moving items? I will show you how. Look at this illustration. Suppose you have 100% of your merchandise. By using the Pareto law, you will have this comparison, 20-80. 20% of your merchandise will contribute to the 80% of your sales, and the rest will give you only 20% of your sales. The 20% who give you the biggest part of the sales, that's what we call the fast-moving items. It's logic, right? And the rest is slow-moving items. And please remember, inside the slow-moving item, you will find new items, slow items, and even dead stock items. This is the journey of the merchandises. As I told you before, that we have the fast-moving part that contribute 80% of your sales, and the rest, slow-moving item and dead stock, and in the 20% sales. And how about new items? Your new items, from time to time, you buy, it can immediately become the part of the 80 sales, the 80% sales, and it could be only fast, slow-moving. Your slow-moving could be go up, become fast-moving item, or the other way, become dead stock items. And please remember, your fast-moving item is not permanent. If you mismanage, it could become your slow-moving item, and finally, could become your dead stock as well. If we talk about the movement, we should also talk about the inventory turnover. What is that? Inventory turnover is your merchandise turnover. Actually, inventory turnover is the essence of retail business. You should understand the inventory turnover very well in retail business. The principle, the faster, the better. I will show you how it works. If you buy your merchandise, of course, you want it to be sold, right? You buy it and you sell it. And then you buy again. And you sell it again. Again and again, this cycle, what we call the inventory turnover. The faster, the better. So what is it for us? What is it for us? And how to measure the inventory turnover? There are so many formulas to calculate, to measure inventory turnover. I will show you the simplest one. Inventory turnover, your average stock divided by sales times 30 days. To make it clear, I give you the example. If the average stock you hold in a month, 50 million, and you can create 100 million that month, then using this formula, it will give you in your inventory turnover 15 days. What does it mean? Why is it so important? It is mean to create 100 million, you don't need 100 million. You only need 50 million. It will save your cash. That's why you will have smooth cash flow if you can maintain your inventory turnover with the principle, the faster, the better. Why? Because when you bought, you got credit, right? You got term of payment. You didn't pay it immediately. But when you sell it, you got cash. Imagine if your term of payment 30 days, and you can create the inventory turnover fast, 15 days only. You save your cash. You can buy again. You don't need money to buy again. You just need a paper purchase order. The third issue, where you put your money. Do you know where your money is? Because if you misplace your money, you will have wrong result. Control where your working capital is. Is it in the fast-moving items or in the slow-moving items? And remember, inside the slow-moving items, there are slow items, new items, and even dead stock items. To make it clear, I will show you with this table. As I told you that your fast-moving item contribute to 80% of your sales, and your slow-moving item contribute only 20% of your sales. Give you 100% of sales. And now, look at the stock. This is just an example. If your stock like this, you only have 40% of your total stock in fast-moving items, and you have 60% in slow-moving items, give you 100% of stocks. Who agree with me that this is not a good composition? Only a few of you raise your hand. Please raise your hand. Who agreed with me this is not a good situation? Just a few raise his hands or her hands. I can tell you this is very bad condition. You will have cash flow problem for sure. Why? Remember the first issue. I can predict you have a lot of out of stock in the fast-moving item. You will have a lot out of stock in this part, and you have overstock in the slow-moving items. Second issue, I can predict you have very slow inventory turnover. How I know? Because you put the biggest part of your money in slow-moving items. 60% in the slow-moving items. If you measure your inventory turnover, of course you will have slow inventory turnover. Now, this is a bad example. I will show you the ultimate formula, the best composition for your merchandise. Here it is, the best composition. You know that the fast-moving items give you the biggest part of the sales, right? So why don't you give it the biggest part of your money in your stock, in your inventory, of course? Give it 70%, even more, or if you can, give it nearly to the 70%. How about the slow-moving items? The slow-moving items, you need it. Make your store complete, good variety, wide assortment. Yes, you need it. I never say that you don't care about the slow-moving items. I said control tightly the stock of your slow-moving items, but not more than 20% of your total stock. Not more than 20%. Now, how about new items? From time to time, you will need new items to make your store up to date, right? Especially when you are in fashion business. You will need, from time to time, new items. It's a must. But again, control between 5 to 7% of your total stocks. But if you are in very heavy fashion, it can raise up to 9 to 10%. Then, dead items. Please remember, like or dislike, you will face that you will have dead items. It's normal in our business, right? But again, you should control tightly. Never over 3%. It means don't wait until the items dead. Even if they are slow, make a quick response. Make a sale, markdown, flash it. Never allow the dead stock item over 3%. That's already the maximum tolerance. Okay? So, this is the best composition. If you can manage your merchandising according to this composition, you will ensure your sales and you will have smooth cash flow. To wrap up all of these three issues, here are the strategies. Number one, make sure you know exactly the fast-moving item and the slow-moving item. Number two, make sure you monitor the inventory turnover of your merchandise, because your inventory turnover is the first alarm if you have problem in your merchandising division. It is the first alarm. Number three, make sure where your working capital is. Make sure where your money is. To do this strategy, you will need an excellent POS system. I very depend on an excellent POS system, because an excellent, not only good, an excellent POS system provide you this data to run these strategies, right? The POS system should show you which items are fast moving and which items are slow moving. It shows you clearly. Even when you want to open your purchase order, you can see it. An excellent POS system shows you the inventory turnover of your business overall. Each store, per division, per department, per category, per subcategory, the inventory turnover by suppliers, even by items. So, if your inventory turnover high or very slow, you know immediately what to do. The first alarm is in your inventory turnover. And an excellent POS system shows you the previous table. It shows you clearly how much your stock in the fast moving item, how much your stock in the slow-moving item, in the new items, and how much is it in the dead stock items. What you have learned from it today, it's powerful. It is proven to work again and again. You can use it if you want to ensure your targeted sales and have a smooth cash flow. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. GUSWAI. Thank you. It was a lovely session. My name is Jaswinder Arora. I wanted to ask about inventory turnover. So when you calculate inventory turnover, the sales is on MRP and stock is on cost, or even stock is on MRP and sale is also on MRP. So it is average stock divided by sales into 30, correct? Average stock divided by sales into 30. So you are taking sales on MRP and stock on cost price. How are you doing it?
I didn't catch your question exactly.
Your inventory turnover formula is
Yes,
average stock divided by sales into 30, correct? Average stock divided by sales into 30, correct? That is the formula you have given.
yes, the average stock divided by the sales.
Correct. Now average stock you have taken on cost price of the stock. Sales is on MRP. So average stock is on MRP or it's a cost price?
All in purchase price.
All in purchase price? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
the same comparison.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.